Okay, very good. All right, hello everyone. I was live on my other channel with it only has like 51 people, so I'm going live over here so other people can see it. Do, do, do. Welcome back, Angela. At least I think it's you. I don't know for certain. Oh, it's Casey Cat. Hey, welcome, Casey the Cat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, just gonna wait for some people to get in here, see if we get any more, and discuss the aftermath of yesterday's live on Uncle Will's, and go over any questions and go over some thoughts and things. And you know, my opinion of how things went down. And to add some more details that I didn't have at that time when I was um, streaming with Uncle Will. In the meantime, though, we got 5 now. Cool, cool, cool. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was listening last night. I was unable to comment. I wonder why. That's weird, Casey the Cat. Well, you can always comment here. You got the wrench. You got that band hammer. Welcome, everybody. Go ahead and say your name in the chat if you'd like. Say hello so I know you're there and you're not just a bot. So yeah, aftermath of last night's stream on Uncle Will. So if you don't know, if you're one of the few people in this community that didn't or are unaware of this, I went live last night with Uncle Will and Rich on Uncle Will's channel, and we were talking about Triple T and some pretty disturbing content that I found that Triple T had posted to his Twitter. In fact, we'll check his Twitter here in a second and see if he's still got it. But I'll put the original stream here. That's the stream with Uncle Will. Let's see if it works and it's clickable, huh? Yeah, okay. And then that just kind of shows how everything went down. But also, I'm going to post some other shit. So I did some research on Uncle Will. God, I don't ever conflate those two. On Triple T, I did some research on Triple T because I found a lot of his behavior to be pretty suspect and inappropriate, to be honest. Right? I found it really hypocritical. I know he's always creating drama in different channels, like Mr. Fusion's channel, and I know that Filthy Frog doesn't. At least last I heard, Filthy Frog wasn't a big fan of his. I know that he had this drama with Captain Kurt Reacts with ACAL on his channel. I know that he was messing with G3 Mini. You know that he just a lot of shit I didn't like. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do some research on this dude, And I did, and I found some stuff that was pretty disturbing, to say the least. I found some videos that he had made on his own smartphone of him interacting with coworkers at a PX, which is a grocery store / postal exchange on a military base. So the people that worked there were most likely the children of other service members. And these people clearly looked in the face to me to be people that were of teenage years, later teenage years, not 13, but like 16, 17, 18, 19 even maybe. And how he was interacting with them was really, really inappropriate and gross, in my opinion. He kept trying to prod them on and ask them sexual questions, get them to tell sexual stories. Triple T's excuse for this was that he was doing this for MTV, that he wanted to have a show on MTV called Baggers Gone Wild. That doesn't excuse what he's doing, right? It was very bizarre. But here's all the original. Here's all the files that I had used And I just we'll go back through this a little bit. So that's a link there. You can download all these videos for yourself. Keep them if you want. The reason I say that is because I don't trust Triple T to not delete them. In fact, like, let's check together if he's deleted them yet, because he deleted them off his YouTube, right? So let's go over here to bookmarks. I'm moving slow today, folks. I apologize. The Crohn's has kind of got me, but I'll definitely be able to do this. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Share screen. I'll be curious if he left him up or not. Annoying. I'm using the wrong thing there. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. I know it's not on the screen just yet. It will be. Oh, how is it just there? Why are you bugging me with this? My brain is clearly not working properly this morning either. Too many windows open. Hey, Apple Creek, welcome. Yeah, I would have felt better about it too, but Lord. Like, I love that Elon Musk owns X. I really do. But I tell you what, it's been really janky acting. You know, after he laid off tons of those people, and tons of those people needed to be laid off. They were useless, right? But it's like, dude, sometimes this site does not work properly at all. And it's probably me, to be honest. It's probably me, and my current sickness situation with Crohn's, and brain is not working properly this morning. But it's trying to load up. Okay, there we freaking go. Finally, right? Let me get this on the screen. Welcome, everybody who's just come in there. Hey, Rusty Truck. Good morning. How are you, sir? Okay. So I'm just kind of going over, for those that didn't know what happened yesterday, and then it's also my kind of opinions and stuff, and some information I learned after the fact, and just in general here. But let's just see where this all started. So yeah, I'll start at the beginning because we got new people here. So essentially, I wasn't really impressed with Tim Faust / Triple T's behavior on the internet and this community. I didn't really appreciate what he had done to Kansas Rebel Man. I didn't appreciate, having instigating shit between ACAL and Kansas Rebel Man, telling on Kansas Rebel Man, hey, ACAL, Kansas Rebel Man's over here in this, what would you call it? Walmart. There were other people with him. A woman was with him trying to get him to fight. And then also what went down with what went down with Cashville and what went down with the Fusion stuff. So my brain started itching. I didn't like it. But really what sent me over the edge was him messing with G3 Mini and calling her dumb and other shit like that. So I said, you know what? Like I'm gonna research this. So this dude. So anyway, I found his old Twitter account that he created this Twitter account in 2014, right? And in fact, maybe it was actually early. Yeah, 2014, joined July 2014. And he had advertised this Twitter to the public from one of his YouTube channels that he has. He has 2 or 3 YouTube channels, if I remember correctly. And I found it in the links. So this is content that Triple T uploaded to his Twitter account. And what he's doing is he's interviewing these young people, very, not young adults, not kids by any measure, but young adults, people who are probably 16, 17, 18, working as baggers in their first kind of job. And they're working at a kind of a grocery store called the PX, which stands for Post Exchange. And it exists on military bases. It's a place where soldiers and various military personnel, etc., would go get their mail. And that over the years, that's expanded to being a grocery store for families on bases and things like that. And this young lady here, this right now that we're seeing is working in that PX, and also working in that PX is Triple T, and Triple T has got a smartphone out. And then this is October 2015. He's about 53 years old at this point. And these people are, again, they look like they're late teens to me. He's 16, 17, 18, 19, that kind of thing. They're working their first job. And he decides that he's going to make some kind of show, a submission to MTV, according to him, called Baggers Gone Wild. Okay. I guess that's a play on Girls Gone Wild. Okay. And he decides that he's going to try to make clips of this. So he starts, instead of asking them like, hey, tell me about, what's going on in your teenage life or your escapades, going out and partying with your friends or like your first time drinking or whatever. Every single question and instigation is of a sexual nature, right? He tells one, I don't want to say boy, one teen, show me what you're going to do with this girl. And, he's kind of playing to Triple T. Triple T's much older than them. It's kind of like a manager figure,
For a real. Says she wants your dick on the slick.
She wants on the slick. Low key, she's either about to tear that mouth or she's about to throw it back for a real.
And
now I'm gonna rip that ass open.
Rip that ass open.
You gonna rip it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna rip it up. Tear it open. Get on that one leg.
Dude, show me how you can do it.
Show me how you're gonna do it. He's Triple T says.
That's what I'm talking about. This Baggers Gone Wild, baby.
She ain't gonna be able to walk for a week. She gonna be looking like this.
I've seen this shit too many times, but essentially, he looks no older than 19 in a big push. It's just fucking inappropriate is what it is, right? You don't do this shit at work. You don't do this shit with younger people. If anybody's worked at any job, one of the things that's they go over when you start and is the HR packet, is the rules and policies of the company. And I guarantee prodding your coworkers to talk about things of a sexual nature, even in 2015, 9 years ago, was highly inappropriate. Sexual harassment policies were well established, in the 90s, let alone in 2015. Okay. And I would be very upset, just as Casey the cat said, if it's my child. He's also talking to girls in this manner. And, if it was my daughters, one of my daughters, I would probably be in jail if I found some creepy 53-year-old dude perving out trying to get them to talk about sexual stuff. Okay. But the aftermath of this is kind of, of the people that watched Uncle Will stream, it's had a lot of different effects. Now, I did give a trigger warning beforehand. I'm a lefty. I'm not a big like, hey, you need a trigger warning for this, and what are your pronouns? But I didn't want people to know that had suffered, some sort of a sexual abuse or whatever, that things were going to go kind of in that direction. But people have come to me after the fact and said, listen, I'm glad that you got this content out there. I'm glad that you've talked about it. But, it made me, kind of go back to a place in time that I was really uncomfortable with. And I have to say that I obviously wasn't my intention, and I feel bad for that. I can't control that, and I did give the trigger warning. They weren't mad at me about that, but I didn't sleep good thinking that people in this community that I care about, went to a bad mental place that they were trying to forget because of what we showed. But at the same time, we need to know that this person is out here and this is not our community, and this is his moral compass. I don't think any of you would think this is okay behavior. And if you do, dear Lord, you need help. Let me say hi to some people here and reference some comments. Joe Picker, haha, I tried to watch the rundown. Every time it's a problem, so I gave up. Yeah, it's crap. And that kind of brings me to another thing. Like Triple T says, I'm not a judge on the rundown, but he's had other channels where he's judging people's music, and he's not a musician, right? He can't rap. He tried to rap. It wasn't very good. I just say that because it didn't match the cadence. It wasn't, it would fall. It was out of time, right? Like the quality of the rap or what he's talking about, those are all, subjective things, but you really want to stay in time. You don't want to be dragging across from the beat. And I say that as a musician, as someone who, I'm pretty permissible. I pretty much, think everyone has has the right to express themselves, and everyone has the right to make music, whether they're good or not. Right. But anyway, I don't think that he's of anyone that should be criticizing and judging the art and music of other people, especially people who are just starting out. And really what they're looking for is an audience, and they're looking to build the confidence to keep making and getting better at this. And then Triple T and his quote unquote judges shit all over something like that. It's totally inappropriate, not cool. And this dude's got essentially we're establishing a pattern of really inappropriate behavior of different kinds. But yeah, that pissed me off. It's like, do you have a rap album out? Have you been successful in the music industry? And being successful in the music industry doesn't just mean having out, Ryan Upchurch level albums. It could be, do you gig weekly as a guitar player or drummer or something? Or have you worked as a manager in the music industry or a promoter, etc.? No, none of those things. And that I was just like, this is ridiculous. And again, I made a comment, and in my comment history here, on my community tab, and he replied to it saying, I'm not the judge. I got judges Cletus. And I said, dude, you're incredibly judgmental for someone who's not a judge. And then he has other channels where he's the only person there. In fact, he had a series on his Dog Pound Reactions channel called Gas or Trash, where he's going to tell you whether this particular song is trash or it's gas, right? So he's a hypocrite. He's a big hypocrite. Okay. And I have an issue with that. But someone told me after the stream last night that they believe to be fact, I don't know if this is fact or not, that Triple T has some sort of brain damage from his interactions in Iraq. Okay. That explains a lot to me, because you have documented cases of people with brain issues having very, very poor moral judgment. I specifically remember a story about a gentleman who inappropriately touched his own daughter, and it turned out that he had, a fucking tumor on his brain, and he actually faced charges regardless. Unfortunately, unfortunately for everybody involved, the girl, the dad. He could live with himself after having that brain cancer removed, tumor removed. I don't know. And again, we're not talking about Triple T here. I just want to be very, very, very clear. Triple T did not molest his own daughter. This is the story. But I think whatever brain problem he suffered has massively impacted his moral compass. Because how do you go from having 4 Purple Hearts, being one of the most celebrated or decorated soldiers of your generation, to go doing this inappropriate behavior with teenagers? It does not make sense. I think Triple T prior to having this happen would have been disgusted at the actions of this Triple T. I really do. But at the end of the day, he's doing it. Uncle Will's point is that these videos could follow these kids around, their lives. And he's right. These kids in these videos now, it's 10 years now. So if they're, 17, they're now 27, whatever. Rusty and Lori came in trying to do, not Rusty, sorry. Triple T and Lori came into the chat on Uncle Will's and trying to do damage control, which is their pattern. Everybody knows it now. There's been several comments from people independently that that's what Lori does whenever Triple T decides that, he's going to start shit. And I completely expected that. But some of the shit they were saying was ridiculous. If you go through the comments on Uncle Will's stream, they change very quickly. Like first, Tim says, I never published that stuff to Twitter. And then I had to show him his Twitter, right? He had all those videos and more uploaded to his YouTube account, but he deleted those YouTube links. And I'll show you here. So after posting various videos of these teens, and again, everything is sexual. And he prods this girl to tell a story of when she gave some guy a hand job. Really weird. All these are YouTube links here. Okay. So October 17th, right? 7 days after posting the videos to Twitter, he didn't get enough views, he thought. So he created a bunch of YouTube links and uploaded it to the same YouTube channel he's using now. And you open them up. Sorry, you can't see that. They go to not being found. Video unavailable. Right. But you can see for a minute, you can do a backwards search and see that that's actually on his channel. And it's far more videos than what we have. Sorry. They just go dead. Here. Video isn't available anymore. Video is not available anymore. You guys get the point, right? He deleted this stuff because it was already discovered by Iceman, if I remember correctly. And a video was made, but the funny thing is Iceman kind of, at least in my opinion, from what I understand, when I can see, Iceman's channel's gone. I only know about what things were in Iceman's live because Gene Team did a stream on it, covering it. But I could see that he didn't even get the most salacious of the clips out there. So I guess at some point in time, Triple T brought one of these people onto his channel because Triple T, I believe, still lives in Louisiana, and had him say, "No, we were all overage, blah blah blah." That's not proof to me. That's one person saying that. Did he get releases from these people? Did he check their driver's licenses or state IDs to make sure that they were overage? And why is he doing this in their place of work? He doesn't understand that he is 53 years old and that they are in their late teens and that there is an inherent power dynamic there. You're an adult. You're a quote unquote trusted adult. I also noticed that he's wearing red. They're all wearing white. It seems to, and they're both wearing uniforms. It seems to me like he's a manager in that situation. So he's going to be able to determine what kind of work and how much money they make, right? There's one clip where, and I can show it again, where that boy who was simulating sex with the chair is asked about the girl Brianna wanting to pay her phone bill. And he says, well, she wants to pay it with cash, $80 cash. And he's like, yeah, well, how's she going to pay it? I mean, how's she going to get you to pay that? And he basically says, oh, she's going to have to give me that mouth or something disgusting like that. Kept trying to prod and push into sexual areas, right? It's weird, man. Like, here's one video we didn't show last night on the live of Uncle Will's. Here, let me share the screen here. I'm sorry, going through some stuff. I wonder if you're going to be able to hear this.
All right, so is it true that Brian and Alexis said that they would do you and Will and then swap?
Inappropriate, freaking weird. You know, I have a problem with that. So let's go through some of the comments here. I'm not trying to ignore the chat. I'm on my rant. I'm on my rant shit there. Apple Creek, thanks for joining. Good morning, Roasty Truck. Thanks for joining. If I didn't say so. So let's see some of Casey's comments here. Doesn't matter. These kids have to get jobs. This kind of thing can ruin lives. These are very young people, and they are at work. Yeah, I agree. I would feel completely different if Triple T had some sort of brain damage. I had no idea he had quadruple Purple Hearts. Yeah, and I believe this is compassionate. Mr. Redbeard, I believe it is an act of compassion pointing out these so inappropriate. I don't know that he has that. I know that I heard that. That could be also some kind of spin rumor that's worked its way through the computer through the community as some sort of cop out or whatnot. But I honestly think I find it very difficult that a man with 4 Purple Hearts who served with a distinction that, most of us can't even imagine, had been through several Humvee IED incidents, 2 or 3, is going to go out of that unscathed. And I think one of the ways in which he was scathed, one of the damages he takes with him is very possible some kind of brain damage that is affecting his moral compass. And I think that needs to be dealt with because that goes clearly against his enjoyment of life if he's getting into all these conflicts and making these bad judgment decisions. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I really don't know. I know his behavior is inappropriate. I know that the way he's acted really kind of set me off. And I feel like if you're a guy that has had that much distinction and served his country so, valiantly, to go and be that, it's quite a dynamic change for a moral compass. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Casey Cat says, Triple T, I hope you consider what we are seeing. You can go back to being a good man. I totally agree. You can't go back to being a good man. But yeah, there are people out there defending them. I find that there are some males in this community that don't have daughters, that think this is okay behavior. Let me tell you something. If you're a dude in your 40s and 53 as Triple T was at the time, it is completely inappropriate to act this way to young girls. And it's scummy behavior. It's pervy behavior. It's cringe. It's gross. It's not appropriate, man. I understand that, maybe at the time you were born in the 1970s, it wasn't that big of a deal for someone who's in their early 20s, say, to be hitting on someone who's 16 or whatever. But times have changed. And he wasn't in his 20s, Triple T. He was, 53. And he's definitely taken into sexual ways. I think it's creepy. I think it would have been creepy in the 1970s, personally. Right? I don't know for a fact. But I know it's definitely not appropriate in 2015 when it happened. And it's definitely not appropriate now. And I have a huge problem with this. If someone was doing this to my daughter, like I said before, I'd probably be in jail for what I would do to him. I wouldn't want my daughter attacked like that. And to be honest, I'd have real problems with Triple T being alone with teenagers, or not to say, not at least in a position of power. That's not good right now. Angela says, in the workplace, it is never okay or appropriate to speak about or joke about at the workplace in public on the clock. Absolutely. He said he was the boss, and that's in a place of power. He said he was the head bagger. So obviously he probably means he's a manager, or at least he's showing that he's in higher stature of the other baggers, right? They did look uncomfortable. Good point. So I think the boy, I call him boy, the teenage young man who was simulating sex with the chair, he was definitely more okay with it, but it still wasn't okay that Triple T was doing it. But let me see if I can share this. And let me know if you guys hear this audio from these files or not that are playing, because I don't know that you guys can hear it. God, I am like, I am absolutely fucking shit today at my computing skills and hosting. Sorry about this, guys. I'm gonna open up Google Drive again. And I'll share this link out of here again in a second. So if anybody wants to just download these files for themselves and have a record of, should they disappear off his Twitter, you have the receipts, because a lot of times a lot of people try to, act like something doesn't happen by removing it from the internet. You do not speak about sexual stuff at work. That's correct, Angela. You don't. You absolutely don't. I've seen people fired for much less than what Triple T has done. And, you can't call that place for a reference, it's just not right. And even if, I think it would even be creepier if he was, doing this out in a place that's not work, which it's like, it's weird. It's not okay. It's pervy and it's gross. But what am I gonna do here? Yeah, share. Okay. First of all, before I forget, I got my folders here, people. See my folders? Triple T, Psychobabble, Rapper, Public. Anonymous Dudes is not public. Maybe a little hint of what's coming next. I'm gonna throw this in the chat so people have it. So yeah, you can download these files yourself, back them up. Again, be careful. I don't want these distributed to the point where like this stuff's more widely available. I just want people to archive it. So in case something happens to me, whereas I'm not on the internet any longer. I have health issues with Crohn's. I was gone for many months because I was in the hospital at one point in time with a coma. I don't want Triple T, Lori, other people trying to do damage control saying that wasn't what happened. I want you guys to have the receipts. I don't want them to try to warp these events. And a lot of information was shared on Triple T's, Uncle Will's stream, and it has a lot of, with me and Rich and Uncle Will last night, that it's a good way to show, because it's presented in a better way. And you can also at some point in time see the live chat with Triple T's comments, Lori's comments, and those trying to defend him. But yeah, let's go into that folder. And there are 4 clips of this girl.
So we sitting here with Elisa. We talking about baggers going wild. So Elisa,
let me know if you can hear this or not.
What does hashtag Little Man Roast Pine mean?
It is a hashtag to describe some of the guys that live in Rose Pine.
Are they like short in stature, or are they small in size?
They're fairly good sized dudes in some areas.
You mean like tallness?
Yeah, they're tall.
Okay. So what does small boys of Rose Pine mean?
Other parts of their bodies are not quite as big as the rest. They don't match. It's not proportion.
Would you like to go into further detail?
I'm pretty sure viewers can use their imagination. This is what I'm talking about.
All right. So you must be talking about the squad.
I don't know, because I haven't been through the squad.
All right.
I only know. I've only personally experienced one. But I've heard stories.
You heard stories of the others?
I've heard stories about the squad.
All right. So we.
Okay, so what's the squad thing about? I don't know if I really want to know. Honestly, I don't know that I really want to know. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, creepy shit. And there are people out there like Triple T. And there's a lot of things about Triple T there are to like. There's a lot to dislike as well. And this is clearly one of those things. And well, as you know, there's some stuff here also in the files, like where he's trying to rap, and he's constant. One of the things I find is
all you motherfuckers out there think you know me, you don't know shit. I got one last thing. You suck my dick. How about that, bitch?
He's constantly making videos like that. Like, do you see Rusty Truck making a video like that, or me, or Rich? It's cringe behavior. It's weird behavior. You don't just tell people to suck your dick. You don't make a video of that and put it on your Instagram. Okay, it's real trash behavior. Okay, it's not okay, right? Let me get over here. But yeah, this is good for anyone that hasn't seen this. So,
All right, go ahead and start it off, Will. Say it.
Baggers gone wild.
how old is this boy? This boy named Will here. He calls Will. Look at his face. Is that the face of an adult, 18 years old? I don't see any facial hair. Very young to me.
Say it.
Baggers gone wild.
There you go. Wow.
Now that guy there in the blue t-shirt, that dude's definitely in his early 20s, but he's also not in uniform, right? Not in uniform, not wearing the white uniform at all. And this Will kid, for the matter, is not in a uniform either. So maybe they're just there on their day off or whatnot. But you'll see that, like, white uniform. You'll see this girl, I believe her name is Brianna, African American girl.
Brianna, say Baggers gone wild.
No,
Yeah.
You wild.
Wild child Brianna.
she's embarrassed by that, right? She tries to take away his phone. That's harassment, in my opinion.
That's that dick.
I don't know why. 4 hours. This is that.
What she want, Nation?
She wants his dick.
Oh, that's what's up, Nation. Tell him. Tell the world. Tell America what she wants.
Now we go back here for a second. See, this woman here has a badge on and she's wearing a red t-shirt. His t-shirt's white.
Tell America what she wants, Nation.
Smiling because she knows she wanted it.
You smiling?
Yeah, she's smiling. She's smiling.
Oh,
that was your daughter.
Sucky. So this is Baggers.
And there's Triple T in his red shirt. So it clears to me there's a distinction between a red and white shirt. And we'll see here in a second. She's embarrassed. This is not this is not appropriate.
Oh, sucky.
Oh, sucky, says Triple T.
Sucky. So this is Baggers Gone Wild. I'm the head bagger. We're going to bring this to America real soon.
What the hell, man? What the hell? I'm going to go through some of these because some people didn't see them.
What about you, Johnny B? What makes you go wild? Well, you and Julie the bully. Huh?
That kid don't even want to talk to him. Just goes back to looking at his phone. He's embarrassed.
What about you, Johnny B? What makes you go wild? Well, you and Julie the bully. Huh?
I don't have it clipped, but I can get it. There's a thing where he goes on saying, oh, you don't want to talk because you don't want to incriminate yourself. Is he saying you've been to a strip club and you don't want to incriminate yourself? That could mean a few things, but it could also mean that he's underage going to a strip club, in my opinion.
Chris died. And we were, messing around and all this, and he made a little sound, and he was kind of like this,
And what were you doing to him?
jerking him off.
Okay.
That's fucking gross, man. Oh my God. Anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Jason. So what does Brianna want from you real quick?
She wants this phone bill paid.
And how does she want it paid?
She wants his phone bill paid. And Triple C says, how does she want it paid?
Wants to pay with cash, $80.
And what is she going to give up for it?
What is she going to give up for it? Let's hear that again.
She's either about to repair that mouth or she's about to throw.
What is she going to give up for it?
She's either about to repair that mouth or she's about to throw it back for a real.
And you say she wants your dick on a slick?
She wants on the slick. Low key, she didn't even.
You say she wants your dick on a slick? fucking gross, man. Fucking gross. Anyway, yeah, exactly, Angela Fender. And then she says now Brianna is literally bagging when that happens. She's fucking working. It's weird, man. Yeah, it does make me feel sick. I can't play no more of it, but I wanted to have it here just in case. So listen, the link's up here. I'll post it here again. You can watch these files for yourself without my commentary and come to your own opinion as to what's going on in these videos. I personally see it as a manipulation. He's trying to use these kids for content. These teenagers for content. He's talking to them inappropriately at their place of work. Everything's of a sexual nature. I don't believe that they're all 18 by any means. I look at the faces and they're just too young. If you don't need to have a pass or anything like that, all you need to do is click on the link and you'll have access to this shared folder on Google Drive, and you'll be able to go ahead and just have them for your own files. I want everybody to have it for backup, not to distribute if need be, but just because I see how things change over the course of a year. I see how manipulations happen. People try to change the story. You have the facts there. So yes, Angela, that's right. He's saying that he's trying to prod on, saying, "Hey," asking quote unquote questions. So what is she going to do to get that $80 to pay for that phone bill? And the boy said, they're all young to me. The teenager says, "Oh, she's going to have to prepare that mouth or throw it back for a real man." Basically saying if she wants $80, she needs to prostitute herself, and then he'll pay the $80. And Triple T thinks that's hilarious. And he said, "Dick on a slick." Those words came out of Triple T's mouth. Yeah. Fucking gross. But anyway, yeah. I just want the record here for anyone watching. This is what went down. This is who Triple T was in 2015, October 2015. It doesn't seem like he's gotten a lot better since. I'm not going to make excuses for Triple T or make explanations for it. I don't know. Again, I did hear through one person that he might be having some brain damage from his wartime experiences. I have to think that's possibly true, because how do you go from having such a amazing moral compass and gallantry and valentry and to defend your country and get 4 Purple Hearts and 1 Bronze Star, to going to a guy who works as a head bagger in a military base and talking about things of a sexual nature to teenagers? Those are not the same person, right? What Triple T does when he's confronted with these things is he runs back to his military history. Okay. I'm sorry, I just don't see a soldier with 4 Purple Hearts telling people to suck his dick on Instagram. You operate at a different level as a human being when you're that way. And it's those are just very odd things, very, very odd things to reconcile. Anyway, so I wanted to put this out here just so I have it. Anybody can come back and watch this on my channel whenever they want. But I think we need a palate cleanser. I think we need to change the topic. I certainly do. I need to stop thinking about this. So I'm going to stop talking. If anybody has questions, I'll answer them. Maybe they don't understand what was happening or where it was at or when it was at or who was involved. I've heard people come out in the comments trying to tell me that this was a film crew and that Triple T wasn't actually there, which is bullshit. Just 1 second there. Hold on. My daughter just came in here, so I definitely have to change the topic. I'm not going to talk about this in front of her. So yeah, anyway, let's move on the topic, folks. I'll close this shit up. and find something else I wanted to show. Actually, man, Chrome sucks. I was just now thinking about what I wanted to do, and then she came in and got my brain all mixed up. Oh yeah, now I remember.
Do you want me to go so you can keep talking about what you're
No, you can stay. You can stay, honey. You can stay. We're not going to talk about that no more. Okay, good girl. And we're going to hang out here in a minute, and I'll end this stream. It's Sunday. Okay. Where's my? There we go. So there's going to be what would you call it? He's calling it a reunion, family reunion. I think it's really great. But so July 11th, 12th of 2025, obviously, there's a concert going down, having lots of artists from Kid Rock to Hank Williams Jr., Leonard Skinner. Notice I didn't mention Nickelback. But Upchurch is going to be playing, I believe, just on this date is what I understand. And this is going to be in, where's the location? Ashland, Kentucky, I believe. And I'm going to be there. And I might even go to the pop. Well, no, if Ryan is not going to be there, I won't be going because I don't really need to see anybody else. But I'm going to fly to the States and I'm going to be there. And I'm hoping other Creek Squad people are there that want to hang out, because that's going to be, I think it's going to be a great way to see each other, hang out, and enjoy Ryan's music. I can't wait. I really can't wait. And one of the things he says here, Walmart, many ladies, this is Mike 12 Point, Walmart, many ladies, elderly and small children have inquired about their safety at the Ashland Walmart after the ACAL gooning incident in Taylorsville. We currently don't have any gooning protocol, but Ashland Police Department has assured us that one will be in place. No more gooning. And I said, I got upvoted. Amen. Can you promise me that the elderly clout chasing ACAL subordinate Triple T will not be in attendance? Oh gosh. But yeah, I cannot wait for a show, because I've never actually seen a Ryan Upchurch show in person. I've only seen Ryan Upchurch, live concerts on his YouTube channel and stuff. So I really want to go. I'm missing out on an experience in life that I really want to have. Let's see if we can. I don't want to play any more. Actually, I don't want to play any music on this, as I don't want it to get copyright stricken. But here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to go ahead and end this now. My kids here, we want to hang out. I'm going to do dad stuff. But I want to thank you all for joining. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. You guys, in fact, hold on. I want to put Uncle Will's stream up real quick. So you guys have the link to watch that original. Oh, by the way, isn't Kobe Myers hilarious? Have you guys checked out the Kobe Myers channel yet? That guy's so funny. Junior Upchurch is what some people call him. I think he's great. I think he's so funny. He definitely has a similar humor style to Ryan Upchurch. Kobe Myers. Okay, so there's the stream we did last night with Uncle Will. And close that. And then I want it one last time so people have the backup. I want one last time to post the links to the, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I can't pin it, can I? Wait, yeah. Yeah, show that. There it is. Okay. In Google Drive. If you guys want to use this content, I mean, it's yours to use or not to use. And but I definitely want to have the backup, because I want there to be, proof that things happened, that I don't want it to be twisted or distorted and people saying, oh no, that's not what happened. Like, okay, let's go back and look at the actual freaking files. You know what I mean? I think that's important. I really do, because things get so distorted in this community. There's the original files. Feel free to take them for yourself. And if I can get any more instances, a lot of stuff was dirty deleted. We might do another live about it. I don't know. Anyway, everybody have a great Sunday. Enjoy it. I hope to see you guys in July of 2025 to Ashland, Kentucky to see Ryan Ed Church. I'll be there to enjoy it. And listen, thank you everyone for coming in and watching the stream. No, Casey the Cat, you didn't put anybody off commenting at all. No, not at all. You were very welcome here, Casey the Cat. Same thing, Angela. Thank you for contributing. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you.